Hey everybody, Jay here from Auto Mississauga, and we are with the all-new 2019 Infiniti QX50. It's their compact crossover, and the big news under the hood is the world's first variable compression turbo engine. So I have pre-popped the hood, and we'll just open it up. So that's what it looks like, and there's the VC turbo badging right there. So basically, the short version is you can get two different compression ratios. You can get 8:1 for more power, and you can get as high as 14.1 for more fuel efficiency, and it's all run through a 2.0 liter turbo 4-cylinder, and all the different QX50 trim levels have this. So thankfully I'm happy they only have one engine, and gone are the V6s. So it's not as fast as the outgoing model, and it's not as powerful as the outgoing model, but you don't really notice it because there's tons of power underneath your right foot. So let's close that up and let's take a quick look at the front. So you have your LED regular lights, and those are your LED day runners and your LED fog lights right there. So they've kind of taken a small page out of the Acura handbook. Where's a good look? Yeah, right there. So it's kind of like the individual squares. There's the one, there's two, there's three, there's four. Same on the other side as well. It still looks good, right? It's hard to do anything revolutionary design-wise. Yes, you can do revolutionary stuff under the hood like Infiniti has with their VC turbo, but you know, the front lights still look really good. Going around the side of the car, this specific top trim was just the autograph model. Let's go back there. Sorry, hand slipped. Autograph model has the 20-inch wheels, and I just want to go and do a little close-up on the rims. They're absolutely beautiful. And what I like about them the most is there's that straight line right there, but then there's the angle and the straight and the angle and so on, and it just has a really cool pattern to it, and I really like it. Let's go around the rear. So different ways you can open the trunk. You can use your key fob, you can push the button under there, or you can just kick your foot and open the door. So what you're looking at here, 1,048 liters of cargo space, 60-40 split, those seats go down. Total of 1,822 liters of cargo space, which is tons and tons and tons. Open that up, little bit of storage there as well, and then you keep opening it up. It's Velcro, I'm not going to bother with that. But anyways, there's more storage under there. Close it up. You can either do that, or we do the fun thing, little kick, and down it comes. So let's stay here and take a look at the rear. Nice thin taillights, LED, looks absolutely beautiful. Infiniti badging on the right and the middle, and the word Infiniti as well. Go down, dual exhaust finishers, looks very sharp, and there's a good look at it right there. And just going around to the driver's side, there's a little better light here, so you can kind of tell just, you know, how good the car looks, and it looks very typical Infiniti. And right there, my finger is gonna have that little boomerangy thing, and you know, let's just go up to it and take a better look at it, because that's Nissan's and Infiniti's design language. So there's that little boomerang hook right there. Yeah, that wraps up the outside of the car. Let's take one last look, and we'll be right back with a look at the inside. All right, we're back with a look at the inside of the 2019 all-new Infiniti QX50. Infiniti says they are the only manufacturer in their class to offer reclining seats, so forwards, backwards. There's the little hook right there, and the reclining, I just did that on purpose to kind of show you. There's one level, there's another, and to fold the seats right there. I can't do this with one hand, can I? Well, here's a look at the trunk as I use my other hand. There you go. So it doesn't fold flat, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Close to flat, so you can still throw a bunch of cool stuff in the back. Rear sunshades. Don't want to tint your windows. There's a good secondary option for you right there. Let's keep those down. Oh, let's take a look at the front cabin from the rear. That's a good overall look. I love the interior of the car. It's just, to me, it's beautiful, and I'll tell you why I like it so much. So we'll start here. It's got the brown leather and the brown and the brown and the brown steering wheel. It's got the dark blue suede. It looks absolutely beautiful with that triple stitching. Gorgeous. You got that nice finish there, and the white leather, and then it goes back to the brown. To me, I love the way it looks. It's absolutely beautiful. Nice speaker cover from Bose. 16 of these speakers in the car as well. So let's jump in. Let's take a quick tour around. Don't want to spend too much time on it. All right, let's start the car up. Start button's there. I don't like it there. Should be there, because you might hit that by accident, and that's the last thing you want. Anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. So there's your beautiful brown steering wheel, and more of the blue suede right there. Brown leather still carries on with the triple stitching, a little bit of an accent piece there, and the white right there as well. And it goes on and it flows all the way through. Right there as well for the blue. The gear shifter is brown, and the trim down the middle is blue. Armrest is kind of weird to me. I get the design language. It's cool, you know, kind of cool, but this part is leather. This part is suede. I put my elbow kind of right in the middle, so it's a bit of a weird feeling. It's been cooler the past few days of October, so I've been wearing sweaters, but I think if I was wearing a t-shirt, it'd be a little weirder feeling on my elbow. Anyways, let's go back to here. Yeah, so low fuel, yes, I get it. All sorts of information up here. Standard stuff, standard Infiniti, standard dashboard, looks really, really great. Digital in the middle, analog on the outsides. There is your control panel for that, for your lights, parking, trunk, lights there, fog lights, your windows right there, very, very cool. Let's jump up here and start with a screen. Very typical Infiniti. If you've seen this before, you are certainly not mistaken. 8-inch screen on the top, 7-inch screen on the bottom. No, usually not a big fan of touch screens, but I like the way Infiniti has put their HVAC controls down the sides, all of the rest of the stuff in the middle, and kind of 3 quick buttons for audio, menu, and climate. Those are the 3 most popular things. So good job. There's still a CD player slot for those of you that care for CDs. I do, so I like it that it's there. A little bit of storage, and come on, cup holders, USBs, and your 12-volt goes there as well. So steering wheel, we went over that. Oh, let's talk about the seats for a quick sec. Beautiful diamond quilted, heated and cooled seats. Side supports, gorgeous. Thigh supports, not huge, but they're okay. Seats are tremendously comfortable as well. I love it. Infiniti and Nissan seats are one of the most comfortable in the industry. There's a good pan shot of what the driver will see if they take a look over to their left. Nice flowing design. This little pod here controls your top screen, so you zoom in, you zoom out, do whatever you want. Map, voice, and your back button and your camera button. Here's what I don't like, Infiniti. I don't like that the park button is back here behind the gear shift. Somebody hits that by accident for whatever reason, it's almost as bad as the start-stop button being right there. Come on, like, that could have gone anywhere else. That park button should have been there, or, you know, somewhere where it's less likely to be hit. So don't keep it fully exposed, or, you know, just put it here like the rest of the cars do. Anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. Parking brake, auto hold right there. Here's your drive modes. 4 of them. Sport, personal, let's look here. Personal, sport, standard, eco. I lived in standard most of the week, and it was fantastic. Let's get into more of that in the driving portion, which will be the next component of the video. Overall, the interior of this car is absolutely beautiful. Nice suede roof liner as well. It's brown, panoramic sunroof, so you have tons of light coming in to the cabin, making the car seem bigger than it actually is. Not that it's small to begin with, it's very, very spacious, but it just adds that extra bit of airiness into the car. SUV, crossover, whatever you choose to call it. We went over the cargo space, 1048 liters in the trunk, seats up, 1822 liters, seats down. Rear seats slide and recline, very cool. Most cargo space in their class, and they're up against the NX, the RDX, the QX5, and the X3 as their primary competitors. Let's just take a quick look back at the gear shift. You do have the option to pop it in drive, and put it back one more for manual. So if you're so interested in that, you know, knock yourself out. But I don't know, I just kind of like letting the car do its own thing in this specific instance. There are your paddle shifters right there and right there. It won one of the Ward's 10 best interiors in 2018, and that is pretty good, and I think it's your 3rd year in a row of doing so. All right, I think that'll wrap up this portion of the video. We'll be right back with a driving portion, so stick around. All right, we're back with the in-car portion. 2019 Infiniti QX50 second generation. Used to be called the EX, and 268 horse, 280 pound-feet of torque. Let's just get in the road and do some driving, and go over a little more information. Keep my sheet right there. So gear shift's fairly easy to use. Still don't like that the park button is there. I don't like it. Oh, one other cool thing. I think you can see it. There's a surround view monitor on the right and your regular backup camera on the left. Very, very cool. Again, this is the top trim autograph. This goes for $57,990. Base model, which is the Luxe, goes for $44,490. In between there, you get the Essential, the Proactive, the Sensory. So 5 trim models. Plenty of options for those in between who aren't sure whether they want base or top end. So, as I said, I lived in the standard drive mode for most of my week. I did a Thanksgiving Niagara Falls venture, St. Catharines or Welland, little bits of everything. And on the way there, I lived in standard as I did for all of it. But on the way home, I wanted to see just what the eco function feature setting was like. And it absolutely saves gas, because I had, I think it was 102 kilometers remaining on the little gauge down here. And I think it was like a 140 kilometer trip home with a couple of stops in between. So I threw it in eco on the highway and some side streets, and the car did very, very well. Saved me gas, and I had, I think, 40 kilometers left over as far as the gauge went. So when I put it into eco, yes, it saves fuel, but you lose a ton of power. All right, it's so sluggish, and it's almost like just too slow getting off the gate, right? So my foot's all the way down, and 20 kilometers an hour, 30, 40, there we go. And the revs don't go over 2 unless you're really hammered out. My foot's all the way down. So I get it. It's supposed to be eco, it's supposed to save fuel. This is exactly what it does. But if you're just running around city streets or the highway, throw it in standard, throw it in sport. And that's how you're going to get that needed acceleration, whether it's to get out of a potential collision situation or whatever. But anyways, enough about that. Let's put the car back in a standard. The drive is absolutely wonderful. Infiniti has done a tremendous job, and the variable compression is great, right? I know I said the car is not as fast as the outgoing model, it's not as powerful as the outgoing model, but not a lot of people are going to notice. Yes, they'll see it on paper, but once you put them in this vehicle and have them go down some streets in city or rural or highway conditions, there is such a brisk amount of pickup in the QX50. I felt that it was a lot more powerful than it was doing almost 1,000 kilometers during my test week with the car. So great pickup, great quick acceleration. The handling is absolutely wonderful on the vehicle. The drive quality itself, it's so comfortable, and a lot of that has to do with the seats. And I can't say enough about the Infiniti seats. They're so comfortable, and Infiniti's really done a great job overall for the 2019 QX50. So the car drives well, it handles well, there's lots of power, there's lots of pickup, there's lots of acceleration, the seats are comfortable, the interior is absolutely gorgeous. So much cargo space in the back. I had to put 4 kitchen chairs in for Thanksgiving, plus my girlfriend's dad's walker, plus him, obviously. And I still had space left over. So that's how utilitarian this QX50 really is. And yes, I said they're going up against the NX, the RDX, the Q5, and the X3. I like all of the cars. Out of the competition, my favorite is the RDX. I had it for a week when it first came out, and it was just nearly perfect for me. Again, just to recap the things I don't fall in love with the QX50, it's really it's here. All right, it's the start and stop button being so close to a cup holder and your USB port. This area to me should not be where a start stop button is. It should be, leave it blank. You don't have to put anything. Keep it up here. Keep it anywhere but in a place that sees a lot of hand traffic. And I don't like the park button there. I think that's I'll say it. It's not a smart design move. Somebody could accidentally tap it, push it, hit it. You can, again, because it's so close to places that are so busy, you know, you're gonna hit it by accident, you might spill a drink on it, whatever it is. I don't like it here. I just don't like these two things. And aside from that, those are my only two notable complaints about the car. You know, everything else, like I said, it looks great, it feels great, it drives great, it's so comfortable. I feel I've said great too many times, so I'm going to apologize for that. It's a total package, and they've sold 423 in September 2018 versus sorry, it's not versus, but that's 120% uptake. Sorry, from last year. Yes, they didn't have the new full redesign last year, but just people are loving the car, and sales figures don't lie, and it's only going to get more popular as we go on. And this segment's pretty competitive, the luxury compact crossover, because it's becoming affordable. There are so many cool features, and there's so many safety features, and this car has all the safety features that are standard for par for the course. Blind spot detection, and it's got the the Pro Pilot Assist, which is absolutely great as well. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. The video is a little too long to begin with, so I'll stop it right here. Thank you so much for watching. 2019 Infiniti QX50, nearly perfect car for me. Mine is these two things right here. Move the start stop button somewhere else, put the park button in front or somewhere where it's less likely to get hit, and you're great. Interior fit and finish, leather, suede, diamond quilted seats, cooled seats, heated steering wheel, absolutely wonderfully comfortable seats. Do road trips, do short trips, do all the trips you want. LED lights all over the place. Okay, that's it. I'm done for real this time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you like what you see and you hear, feel free to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. All right, until next time, thank you so much for watching, everybody.